I just wanted to come back in and give you some updates. So my name is Angel, and thank you for following my Tirzepatide journey. I am still kind of at a plateau, so I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but it's been about 8 weeks now, playing kind of with the same 3 or 4 pounds. So I'll go anywhere from 252 to 256, and then back down to 253, and then 252, and 255. Just been kind of bouncing around between those 3 or 4 pounds over the last 8 weeks. So I really do believe that the best thing I could do is just stay the course, stay consistent, keep walking, keep adding more water. I thought for a few minutes there, like maybe this is prescription's not working. Like maybe because I switched pharmacies, I went from Joint Piper to Gala because it was significantly cheaper, almost $100 a month less. And I'm like, well, you get what you pay for. So maybe it wasn't working, but I don't think that's the case. I think that the compound is what it is. The Gala one is compounded with not creatine, but it's like carnitine or something. And no, glycine, it's glycine. But my hyper one was compounded with B12. So I don't think that's any big difference other than the one with B12. I was never ever nauseated. So we'll see if that happens. I do have a few things that I want to share with you. So aside from just letting you know, like, hey, still hanging in here. I'm still doing this. It's still important to me. I still feel hopeful. I'm doing my walking. I'm getting as many steps in as I can a day. Sometimes that hits the 6,000. That's my goal for the month of June, was to hit 6,000 in June and then 7,000 in June. I feel like I'm doing the best I can, and you know what? That's okay. Yesterday I had over 8,000 because I played in an arcade with my nieces for a little bit and did that dance game. So that was fun. And that's something I would have never, ever even thought about doing 6 months ago. So I'm good with that. I feel like I'm trying to do the best I can to get in every minute of exercise I can. I did talk to my friend Hetel this week, and she was really showing me some cool exercises that I could do at my desk. So that's kind of fun, like some squats and arm presses and things that, when you're just sitting in a meeting and if your camera's off or even if your camera's on, you'll be able to maybe do some arm things that would really be helpful. And she is rock hard. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to follow what you're doing because you look fantastic. So a little shout out to my friend Hetzel there. But for real, we could just call this the plateau episode because it has really been 8 weeks. And I just want to be honest with you guys that if you're going through this too, I don't want you to think like, am I the only one? Because I did go on and try to search for that. And I did find the Countess of Shopping. I've shared her information before. Does have one like what happens when your GLP-1 stops. And I watched all 20 minutes of it. And really the bottom line was it's not stopping. Your body's adjusting to you losing weight. So keep going and it'll kick back in a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to keep going with what I've been doing. Now, there are some body signals that are different right now than they were 3 or 4 months ago. And that's like, I definitely feeling the fatigue a lot more than I was before. Maybe that's because I'm walking more. But it feels like maybe walking more should give me more energy. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm just tired now. I'm just tired. Which also leads to maybe a little bit of edginess. Usually pretty friendly, pretty happy person. So when I'm starting to get a little annoyed at things that shouldn't be annoying me, then I think maybe was that the Tirzepatide? And I just want to be aware. It's not like I need something to blame. I definitely want to be aware though if something's causing me to be short with people around. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I do feel like I'm tired and edgy. And for the first time ever in my entire life, I have elevated blood pressure, not just like, hey, this could be concerning, but like elevated. So I did call my doctor and she ordered some blood work and we'll check in about it. So that's what you should do. I see a lot of us going on and I did the same thing, asking advice on some of the, Facebook groups and stuff. But bottom line is you got to keep your doctor informed because they're the ones who really are responsible in following you in your journey, really. So I think it's really great for encouragement and to help each other out with what foods we like and what we don't like. And hey, I'm feeling this. Are you feeling this? But I think we've got to be careful when it comes down to medical advice. So anyway, I am talking to my doctor and maybe I'll give you some blood work updates in a couple of weeks. I want to come on like every 3 or 4 weeks. And so that's why I'm back today. But I do have some foods I want to share with you. The first one that I really like a lot, it's the best protein bar I've ever had. It's a Wonder Slim toffee pretzel protein bar and 160 calories, and they're fantastic. Super yummy. I think it's like 16 grams of protein or something. It's super yummy. So definitely you can order those off of Amazon. And okay, so if you are looking for protein bars that actually taste decent, that one is a great one. Now, I'm going to share one that I didn't like, and sorry for those of you who really do like it, and that's okay. Put it in the chat because somebody might be reading my comments and decides like, oh, I really like those. I'm going to try them. But I did not like the Built Tough bars. They looked really good. They look like they might be kind of nougaty. Nougat, is that the word? Like that's in the Three Musketeers bar, I think was in the nougat. But it is not. It is like jelly, solid jelly. I don't know. I didn't like it, but did not like them. So that's fine. But that's $30 for the wasted protein bars that I'll have to give away. But that's fine. Oh, that's another thing. You know what? I encourage you, if you have a group of friends that are all kind of doing the weight loss journey together, whether they're taking tirzepatide or not, you know that the goal when you're losing weight is, and to keep muscle, is to have a high level of protein. So if I buy something and it's got 12 in a package or 6 in a package, I'm all about making like little protein bags and dropping them off with my friends so that they can try some of those same things. And then they do the same for me. And I'm like, oh, I really like that. But then something like these Built bars, I spent $30 and I'm not going to throw them away. So for sure, I'm going to share them and see, if my friends like them. So we all have different tastes. Another thing I really like every day, I try to switch it up and buy different protein drinks, but no, the bottom line is I really like these OIKOS, the salted caramel. Those work out great for me. It's 30 grams of protein. I think it's like 120 calories, but super easy. I usually get like 2 to 3 shots of espresso and just add that in every day. And that for sure is a great coffee. When I try to do it with the different one, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But that one I drink no problem every time. Let's see, 2 more things I wanted to share with you as far as protein foods, and that is the protein oatmeal. I wish it wasn't 220 calories. And being that it's the summertime, maybe I won't eat that many of them. I'll just eat the 6 that it came with. But it's only like $4 and it comes with 6 of them, and they have 12 grams of protein per serving of this oatmeal. And so every once in a while I get a craving for oatmeal. So I just want to encourage you to maybe try the Quaker Oats protein oatmeal. Nutritional facts are there so you can look at that, see if that's worth it to you. But it's also really clean food. It's just the oats and salt and protein. So go for it. And then the last thing that I think that I wanted to share today that has been super helpful for meal prepping is the Kevin's meats. And you can get these at like Aldi, or you can get them at really, I think, any grocery store. But I like the cilantro lime chicken. I've liked the tikka masala chicken so far. Any of those meats, I just look and make sure it has a reasonable amount of protein to the calories. And then I usually just make like my instant rice. And then I line up my 5 bowls and put my 3/4 cup of rice in it. And then usually the Kevin's comes with like 3 servings of meat. And I usually make it 4. So I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 5 earlier, but it's usually 4. So I usually go out to lunch at least 1 day a week. So I'll do 4 meal preps for lunches. And then once I get the meat and the rice, and then I'll either like cook up some broccoli or carrots or green beans or something, and then just pour those in there and pop the lids on and put them in the fridge. And then I always have the food. I really feel like that statement of you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So it's like, no, that's truth. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So whenever I have food set aside in the fridge ready to roll, do a lot better. So, and you know what, even if the pounds aren't coming off, there are a lot of non-scale victories. There's so many that I'm not even noticing what they are. So things like going out, like I said, and playing crazy arcade dance games with my nieces, just feeling comfortable in my own clothes, getting dressed and feeling pretty for the day. That's not something that is a norm for me, but I'm feeling it more and more. Just being comfortable in a bathing suit around other people. There's just small little things that I'm going like, yeah, okay, it's not so bad. You could definitely tell now that I've lost 50 pounds. I think I see people and they comment, they notice. I always appreciate that because I don't know, it's nice. It's nice to be told you look nice and you look great and it's working. Whatever you're doing is working, keep it up, it's encouraging. But I really do hope to lose it another 50 pounds. And so since I'm stuck kind of right here, then I really would love to hear from people who kind of plateaued for a couple months and then it kicked back in. I'm already at the highest. I'm at the 12 milligrams of tirzepatide, so I can't really go up any higher. Maybe that new stuff, the re-attitude or whatever it's called, the retatitude, I'll figure out what it's called, but the new Eli Lilly drug, I might look into that because it has 3 components of the GLP, so maybe I'll look at that. But in the meantime, I'm just happy with the progress. And if you see me out there, say hi, encourage each other, walk with your friends, share your protein foods, and have a great weekend. Don't give up. Remember why you started.